If you've been wanting to open your third eye, you definitely want to listen to this podcast episode. I'm going to be giving you some tips, but then we're going to go into a full meditation to help you open your third eye. So stay tuned. Welcome to Spiritual and Ambitious. I'm your host, Whitney McNeill. I'm a certified medium and spiritual teacher, and I help spiritual and ambitious souls just like you live your life purpose through your career and attract abundance by connecting into your intuition and spirit guides. Let's get spiritual and ambitious. Welcome to another episode of the Spiritual and Ambitious podcast. I am seeing so many results, so many ahas and downloads from our meditation podcast episodes. So I am gifting you another meditation right here. But before we get into our Open Your Third Eye meditation, I just want to give you some tips. The third eye is photosensitive and really corresponds to our clairaudience and our clairvoyance. So, our third eye, we can get headaches when we are overactive utilizing that, and also when it's blocked. So, of course, you want it to be in balance. But it's photosensitive, meaning you can often open your third eye best when it's dark. And that's what scares a lot of people. Oh my gosh, I don't want to be in a darkened room. It's scary and I don't know what I'm going to see. So if you are having that fear, I want to tell you a couple things. One is you might not be ready to open your third eye, but also your spirit guides are not going to show you things on purpose that would scare you. They are going to show you who they are and colors, orbs. Usually, the easiest way they show you themselves is through a little spirit light, meaning a flash of light. But it also, when you open the third eye, really corresponds to your clairaudience, which we'll do an episode on. But your clairaudience usually comes through in your own inner reading voice. So I wanted to preface that of, hey, they're not going to do anything. But if you are really like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready, then maybe you're not ready. And that's okay. You might have some other intuitive languages as well. Now, if you do have another intuitive language, such as the channeler or the empath, which is claircognizance or clairsentience, please do not disregard that. So many times people are like, third eye, I got to do it. I got to open it. That's the best way. No, it's not the best. All different intuitive languages are equally best. They're equally good. So if you are receiving through feeling, knowing, thought, your body, which is channeler and empath, just embrace it, lean into it before you decide to try to develop this aspect of it. All right. So before you listen to this meditation, it's really helpful if you can be in a darkened room, if you can allow yourself no distractions. That means taking your phone and placing it upside down or turning it off. That means that if you have windows, you might want to pull the shades and you just want it to be as dark as possible. And if you have people in the house, lock the door. Tell them that you're doing some meditating and they can't come in. Like this is your time. So, with that being said, please make sure you're not driving. Please make sure you're not in a place where you are needing to function as a logical human being in the moment. No operating heavy machinery or anything where you have to have responsibility. Because if you do open your third eye, it can be very ungrounding because you are opening a spiritual center. And when you're opening that spiritual center, you're like, what is going on? I don't know what's real and what's spirit. And also, by the way, if you have to do something where you're paying attention, it's going to be really hard to even try to develop your third eye because you're going to be focused on grounded things. So it's okay to be a little bit ungrounded as you're opening it with this meditation. But what I do want to say is come back after this meditation and do some grounding work. So that's going to be really important before you go out in your day. People with a very, very open third eye and all their other chakras not as open are very imbalanced and they could run red lights or forget about details. If you think about what the third eye governs, it governs some areas of your life where you do need logic and reason. So, with that being said, please do not ignore your root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, throat, and crown chakra. All chakras need to be in balance. One chakra does not need to be bigger than the others. We all need to be in one unit that's operating. Now that I have forewarned you, it's time for you to listen to the meditation, and I would love for you to get very quiet and enjoy. Welcome to the third eye meditation. Allow yourself to get really comfortable, preferably in a place where there's a minimal amount of light. Your third eye is photosensitive, so it's so helpful to be in a place where it feels really cocooned and can open. Take a few deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel the tension in your body release and relax. Take a deep breath in, and as you do, feel the white light coming down from the top of your head, moving into the crown chakra. Feel it swirling and opening this purple energy. Move this white light with your breath down in behind your eyes, into your forehead, all around the third eye. Feeling this light swirling into this indigo light and energy. Feel this light move down now, down into the throat chakra, opening up this turquoise energy. Breathing in and out at your own natural rhythm and pace. Allow this light and energy to move all the way down into your heart chakra. Feel and see this white light swirling around the green and the pink energy, opening this center up with love and release. As you breathe more of this white light down into your body, feel it move down to the solar plexus, opening up this beautiful yellow light. Continuing to breathe this energy all the way down into your sacral chakra, opening this center, swirling around the orange energy. Feel and see this white light move down into the root chakra, swirling and opening with this red energy. Feel the white light move down through your legs, all the way down through your feet and into the core of the earth. Feeling lighter, feeling so nice. As you are so relaxed, you begin to feel yourself floating higher and higher, moving into a higher space and time. As you're floating, you begin to see yourself ascending all the colors in the chakras. You begin to see yourself moving from the red light as if you're in this beautiful tube of color. And as you breathe, you begin to move up into the orange light, up into the yellow, up into the green and pink, up into the turquoise light, and finally into this indigo layer of light and energy. You allow it to expand all around you, allowing yourself to feel this indigo light and energy. It's a beautiful feeling, a feeling of nothingness and a feeling of vibratory expansion all at once. You can feel the energy buzzing, at the same time being so relaxed and feeling as if you are in a sacred space. You begin to feel this indigo layer of light and energy forming a bubble all around you, you being in the center. And it starts expanding out out and out. And as it expands all the way out, you begin to feel you are in the void. You are in this place where you are to receive. Being in this place of safety, of connection to your spirit. This is your safe space. You begin to see a tiny glimmer of white light starting to peek through at the other end of this bubble. And as you begin to see this white light, it grows with your awareness. It begins to grow brighter and filling up the dark, filling up this void with this beautiful beaming light. You begin to sense that with this light, a spirit guide of yours also begins to come through. Take a few moments and allow this beautiful light to pierce through the darkness. With your spirit guide moving towards you, you begin to see your guide. Take a moment to sense and see if this guide is tall, short, somewhere in between. What clothing the guide is wearing. You begin to see in detail your spirit guide's face and the texture of the clothing and the hair. The colors are so vivid. As your spirit guide comes close, you see your guide pointing into the light, and a name appears. That name is your spirit guide's name. You begin to understand that you and your spirit guide will be talking through symbolic language. You ask a question that you have been wanting to know the answer to your guide. And as you do, your guide points to the light, and you begin to see a symbol forming and taking place. Allow for the symbol to come close to you so that you understand this symbol. And as you begin to see this symbol so clearly and so vividly, the meaning of the symbol comes through, almost as if it's a knowing. This is one of the answers to your question. You are learning a symbolic language. You begin to notice that this white light is growing and expanding. And as you look at your spirit guide, you ask another question. One of the questions that you would love to know your spirit guide's guidance on. You ask your question, and you start to see a new symbol appearing. As you see this new symbol appearing, you begin to see words moving closer to you, seeing the meaning, the explanation of the symbol. Take a few moments to read the writing of what it means. You become excited knowing and seeing your answers, knowing that when Spirit communicates with you through the symbolic way, you will either know the answer or see it written out right in front of you. Your spirit guide instructs you to start to understand the meaning of the energy, knowing that your mind is clear and that you are energy and that you communicate this way. You ask one more question, and your spirit guide smiles, knowing that as soon as you see the symbol, you will understand its meaning through the energy. No thought, no thinking, just the energy. You begin to see your next symbol appear. And with this symbol, you have an instantaneous understanding because it's communicated in the energy. Your spirit guide is so excited that you are opening your clairvoyance, that your guide gives you a new symbol and points to the white light. And as you gaze into it, you begin to see this beautiful key. It's a beautiful key with a feather attached to it. Take notice of the feather. Perhaps it's an animal feather, an angel feather. What color is the feather? What color is the key? And as you sense this symbol, you start to understand that this represents unlocking of something specific. You now have the key to unlock the answers. Paying attention to the feather to sense what the topic is about. Now that you know your topic, you have the key, and all you have to do is unlock this. You begin to see a door moving from this light, coming closer towards you. As you take this key, you move towards the door and unlock it. And as the door is unlocked, the door opens to reveal any other answers you've been waiting for, especially around this topic. Let the door open and see what is behind the door. Your spirit guide encourages you to step through the door into your answers, into your clairvoyant abilities. As you step into the door, you begin to feel and see a beautiful room filled with a purple, violet, indigo light. As you're inside of this room, you can sense this energy, this high vibrational energy. And you even see a fireplace with a beautiful indigo flame. The chairs are this purple, violet, indigo color. The walls are decorated in this beautiful color. And you sit yourself right in front of this beautiful indigo flame, feeling very warm, feeling very light, as you allow yourself to get comfortable on the furniture. In front of you is a beautiful indigo table with a gift on the table. As you open the gift, you see the perfect crystal for you. Take a moment to sense and to see what color the crystal is, what facets the crystal has. Is it tumbled? Is it rough cut? Is it a piece of jewelry? Is it a crystal you can hold in your hand? As you gaze at this crystal, you notice there's an inscription on the box that tells you what the crystal is called. Perhaps the crystal wants to be called by a specific name, or it will be the description of what the crystal is. this is your crystal to use to help you connect to your clairvoyance. Anytime you feel you need help with connecting, all you have to do is wear this crystal or hold it in your hand, place it in your pocket, or do a meditation with it right on the third eye to help unlock your intuition and clairvoyance. You take this crystal with you and are so thankful. Your spirit guide asks you to move now closer to the indigo flame. As you move close to the indigo flame, you realize it does not share the qualities of traditional fire. The indigo flame is not hot, it is not cold, it is a beautiful, soothing, warm energy. And you begin to see the fireplace extending all the way up. The fireplace is moving so that you can move into this place. Your spirit guide beckons you to move into this beautiful indigo flame, and you step inside. And as you step inside, you begin to feel a swirling of energy all around you, from your toes to the top of your head. You begin to feel tingles behind your eyes and your forehead, and you breathe this in. Your spirit guide is attuning you to the right frequency to open up your energy for the highest clairvoyant messages to come through. In doing this, you also receive clairaudient messages as well. Now that you're surrounded by this beautiful indigo light and energy, your spirit guide asks you where you would like to go, as this energy is a portal for you to visit clairvoyantly anywhere you'd like to visit. You become excited, starting to realize you can visit any location or any period in time. You just think about the place where you want to visit, and instantly you are there, viewing this place. Your spirit guide asks you if you have a question to learn more about this specific time in your life or this location. Perhaps you've never even been before. You ask your question, and instantly you are able to view the answer. Take a moment to see what symbols come through for you as you literally see your answer. You thank your spirit guide for showing you, and your spirit guide asks you now to think about your current timeline on the earth plane as you're listening to this meditation. As you do, you instantly move back into your body, feeling yourself coming down and descending all the way from this beautiful indigo layer of light, moving down into the turquoise energy, down into the green and pink, down into the yellow, down into the orange, and down into the red. Feeling your body, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth, wiggling your feet, wiggling your toes, knowing that you are back into your body. When you're ready, I recommend that you get a pen and paper and write down what crystal you would like to utilize for your clairvoyance, the crystal that was given to you. If you have trouble understanding the name, write down the colors and the properties the crystal had so that you can be more prepared to find the answer. You can do this meditation as many times as you like, especially if you feel stuck or you're not able to fully see what the next steps are. And remember, You have the key to unlocking your clairvoyance, and you have the ability to see your answers. All right, now it's time to come back and ground. So, what I'd love for you to do is to take a few deep breaths, and I'd like for you to imagine the core of the earth. You can see this as an energy pulsing in the middle of the earth, and I'd like for you to invite it up through your feet. And on your next breath, breathe in that cooling, grounding earth energy up through the soles of your feet, breathing it in and allowing it all through your body. Just allowing your legs to drink in this energy. You might see, hear a different vibration, feel the coolness and the groundedness. You might just know. So if you don't see, if you don't hear, if you don't feel, just know that this energy is here to help you ground. Continue to breathe at your own natural rhythm and pace and allow that earth core energy to move all through your body. Wiggle your feet and your toes, your hands and your arms. Wiggle your torso, your neck, and your head. And just feel your body by taking a hand and placing it at your heart chakra and just giving yourself a little pressure there so you can feel yourself grounded now back into your body, into your heart. Now take that hand and place it over your solar plexus, touching your body, giving it a little tiny pressure, just feeling your solar plexus. And now I'd like for you to place both hands on your knees or thighs, wherever it's comfortable. Just give yourself a little squeeze and wiggling your feet and your toes, knowing you're back into your body. Take your time as you come back and allow yourself to be grounded. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. And don't forget to check the show notes where I'll be listing some helpful resources for you. I'll be back next week with a brand new episode, but until then, here's to staying spiritual and ambitious. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. And if you loved it, would you please share it with a friend? I would also love your review and a reminder to subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can find me at messengerofspirit.com. And you can take the 4 Intuitive Languages quiz and find show notes there too. If you want to connect on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, you can find me at Messenger of Spirit. I'll meet you right here next week. Here's to staying spiritual and ambitious.
This podcast is part of the Sound Advice FM network. Sound Advice FM. Women's voices amplified.